and then once it gets going, you could just cover up the views and like show the comments stuff. Oh man.
We live?
I start every podcast like that. I say, "Oh man." I just be so excited to just,
Yeah.
do the damn thing.
Can I start it off today?
Oh, okay. You got to say, "Oh man."
Oh man. I want to take breaths to start the podcast instead of ending it because I feel like I need to have my energy cleared. I feel like we're in LA traffic, running around, and I have Uber Eats coming. So I'm a little overwhelmed, and I want to just like clear the energy. So I just want us to take 3 breaths together. So first breath in. Hold it. Let it out. Second breath in. Hold it. Out the nose. Last breath. Let's make it the deepest breath in the lung. Intake. Hold it. Let it out your mouth. Beautiful. Silk Talk Podcast, episode motherfucking 8.
Episode motherfucking 8 in this motherfucking 8. Damn, we about to hit 10. What we gonna do for 10? We gotta do something special.
Yeah, we should pop a bottle.
But we always be popping bottles. That's regular now. We gotta do some lit shit.
We'll
think of something, and we'll get back to you. Y'all could stay along for the journey. Damn, Silk Talk Podcast episode 8. Only at Mixed Recording Studios. Shout out Mixed Recording Studios. We love you. Always appreciate the support. I'm gonna just be honest. I dropped a new song and it's fucking out. And it's called "It's a Brand New Day." And it's a really good song. I'm not gonna lie. I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Tell me where do you wanna go? Sing that shit, nigga. I said, whoa, whoa.
Whoa. He said, sing that shit, nigga. Damn. I'm gonna
Silk Talk Podcast, the illest podcast in the world. So we were expecting to just have me and Divinity for this episode, but we was kicking it with this very special, legendary superstar in the fucking making. Hit my line, was like, yo, you want to come to the pool? I said, hell yeah, we'll go to the pool. So we went to the pool and we was chilling, macking and relaxing with the one and only. This person here is a very talented individual. We met at some random ass show. Shout out Something Dope. Bringing a lot of amazing connections. OD, shout out Jordan. We got you on next.
Jeremy.
OD, Jeremy, all of them, the whole community. You know what I'm saying? You popped up and then I was just like, yo, like, what's up? And then we had met there and I remember I found out that you did music. I'm like, okay, like, let me see what this is about. So I heard the music and I was like, what? Like, this is like I don't know, how could you even explain like the potential for Shorty's sound?
It's beyond potential. The mastermind it is already.
It's just like
it's ancestral.
It's
and
OD.
When I describe it, I think it's ancestral for me because when I hear her sing, it's more than just her singing. And I tell her all the time, like
OD.
It feels like it's more than just
it's
you.
like all your ancestors are behind you when you touch the stage and when you perform. And I'm like, yo, we was kicking it by your pool, and I'm like, yo, you want to come to the podcast? You said, I'm down. I said, bet. Here you are. And we live.
At the same time,
You know what I'm saying? In the building.
That's your beautiful surprise guest.
No, thank you guys for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody that is watching. We're in the episode 8.
Episode 8.
Such a nice number, right?
That's a nice number.
Yeah, it's like an infinity number.
Right?
Oh yeah, the infinity sign.
Yeah, it's like a side word to 8.
We got infinity music coming out.
Hey, OD, that infinity music is going nowhere, standing the test of time.
Sure will. Thank you guys. I still remember when we met. We both were bending at that event.
Yeah.
And we both got to perform at the same event too. So it was really dope to see how that relationship has been developed. through this time,
cool.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it's
Real
definitely been
organized, real.
dope. For real. Nah, it's definitely been super dope. And I just feel like, you know, like that's just the beauty to LA. Like LA is such a beautiful place where like so many people with such amazing dreams come out, and you get to really mix and intertwine with like such really cool, dope people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's all kinds of people in LA, and like not every single interaction you make is gonna be like good energy and shit. But when you do meet someone who's real and genuine, it's like it's a really strong connection. So you know, that's that's what I feel from you. It's just like a real genuine person who's just like serious about her shit. And I'm like, we serious about our shit, so let's all bring our shit together and be serious about it, you know?
Yeah,
so,
I agree on that.
Yeah, it's dope to see the process, for real. But before we got here earlier in the day, we kind of wanted to have the topic of the episode to revolve around the power
topic, a cool ass topic.
Yeah, the power of social media, leveraging social media. And I think it's something that we all do hella. And like I said before, recently coming together and, you know, working on social media together has been dope. But I think it's something that we can give a lot of the viewers some dope insight about, like the importance of social media and using it to like leverage our brands and our music and what we got going on.
And how to balance it. I think I would like to talk about how to balance social media.
Balance it. Like the health aspect.
I talk about this a lot with my inner friend group about how we balance social media in our lives. And I have some friends that are super against social, not super against, but like don't use it as much and don't have it. And I have this spectrum of like friends that are on social media, are influencers. So I feel like I'm a person that really tries to balance that in my life. So I would love to talk about that subject as well.
Okay. Well, shit. Let's dig in.
Let's get it.
Let's dig in. What are some health aspects when it comes to social media? So you're saying finding balance in it. So that implies that some people don't have balance with social media.
So there's different ways you can go about being on social media. Let's talk about the different ways we're on social media. Okay. You're the consumer. Mm-hmm. You're the person that's making the content, or you're both. The person that's in making the content, or in the consumer. I like to play on social media being a little bit of both, but less of the person that's the consumer, because if I'm the consumer, I'm a fixed sign. I'm going to be on it constantly all day for hours. So I really have to tell myself, like, I cannot be on it for this amount of time. I'm going to post this, leverage it in this way, and then I have to be off of it and do something else. Because if I'm on social media that much, I feel like I'm a little bit less of myself, and I'm so focused on being so serious. So I feel like there's like 3 aspects of how you can be when you're a person that's on social media.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, we're like Uber eated food, and like we're looking to see when it's coming. So like, don't mind us for not.
Yeah, don't mind us if we're on our phones. We ordered some milk and cookies. We waiting for them shits to come through.
It was like
ever since the Jaron Braxton episode, I'm like, man, milk and cookies is a really good combo. But nah, I definitely hear you when it comes to that aspect of social media. For me, I feel like my experience is learning to be in the moment, learning to be in real life. Sometimes like I get so focused on like my objective with my music and like what I'm trying to accomplish, and you know, social media being a free outlet for that. Sometimes I invest like so much time and energy into it. Especially when when a lot of people started complaining about IG engagement, I just started fucking with my head, bro. Because like you start posting, you go from posting and getting hundreds of likes and hella comments, and then like you see your shit drop, and it's just like, damn, what the fuck, like, you know. So like just learning to, for me, I really struggle, well, not anymore, but I used to really struggle with detaching myself emotionally from social media.
Oh wow.
I feel like people put so much into it, where it's just like at the end of the day, you just need to make sure your shit is dope and just post consistently. People are gonna hate. Like, people are going to say negative things, but just focus on the people who do appreciate it. Even if, like, you lose followers, like, focus on the people that are still following you.
Yeah, because I remember when
like, rock with you.
Nah, for real. I feel like when you really started social media, you were such a different person than, like, how you are now, because you started social media being a comedian. Oh, dude. So, like, from you leveraging that audience to now leveraging audience to make music, like, do you want to talk about how that affected you?
Fuck. Fuck it, we raw. We're going real raw.
Yeah, because you really changed your whole dynamic.
Yeah, so before, Chris, would you be able to cover the amount of views? It's just, I'm looking at it too much. It's distracting me, please. Yeah, thank you. That's perfect. So that way I got like focus.
Yeah.
That Capricorn mind, I'm thinking like I need more viewers.
You're so funny.
They're gonna
dude.
come.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah,
oh for
don't
sure.
worry.
Nah, the thing with the podcast is like that we always have people who consistently watch every single
Mhm.
one, and those watching right now, thank you, I appreciate you. But I noticed like with our shit is like our shit really goes up like after the fact.
It does,
Like once
yeah.
it's done and it's out and we put the clips out and people see, people like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like this shit is
Mhm.
lit. But with me, it's just like I be looking at it too much and it distracts me.
Hold on, should I go get this Uber Eat food or?
Is it here?
Yeah, but I don't
Chris
know
could go-
where it is.
Go get it.
Chris, I'm gonna give you my phone.
You could grab it, Chris.
Yeah, they do,
yeah.
but I feel like this guy's confused.
Okay, bet.
His
Did you want
name's-
to grab the phone?
His name's Martin. He's in a Jeep Compass.
TR.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I don't know if he's on the. Maybe
That's
we should
fine.
have grabbed my phone.
I
Okay.
didn't want to grab it.
Sorry for our unprofessional podcast today. Wow.
No, this
But
real
we are
life.
living an everyday life. We are normal people.
I mean, I think that's what makes the podcast dope. Is it's raw, it's authentic. Like we
Mm.
some regular niggas. Like, bro, we supposed to start the podcast early. We got stuck in hella fucking traffic. Like,
Oh yeah.
you know, regular people shit, which people
Mhm.
can relate to, which makes our shit doper than the next shit that's like hella planned and thought out. It's like our shit is
Mhm.
organic, you know.
Mm.
But I forgot the question you asked me.
The question was like, how was it from you?
Oh,
Leveraging?
okay. Damn. Okay.
'Cause that was a big change. Like, how was that on you mentally? Like, too.
Well, for me, I feel like it really affected me a lot, but I kind of thugged it out because I was coming from an entire different industry.
This is so
Um,
complicated today. Sorry.
It's okay.
Hello. Go ahead. You can speak. Keep on speaking.
Okay, I'm crying. This is so funny. So I came from a completely different industry. You gotta walk off that.
Sorry.
It's okay. You get no
Yeah,
problem.
give me 1 second.
Yeah. But anyway, I had come from a completely different industry. So for me to go from comedy to music, it was kind of nerve-wracking because I'm like, okay, like first of all, like I know people love my comedy, think I'm funny as hell. Like, what are they gonna think when I stop being funny and I just do something completely different? Because that's how I did it. Like I kind of just like went cold turkey because I was at a point in my life where I was like, you know, like this comedy thing, it doesn't feel authentic to me. Yeah, Divinity just left. You didn't see her? Get out of here. She literally just walked out the door. I'm crying. She gonna figure it out. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you. You could set that down. Oh, really? He probably called her because she was just on the phone walking outside. She probably finna pull up on him.
I need a commercial break.
Right?
We'll be right back, guys.
Yeah,
Stay
definitely.
connected.
Right, stay connected. I'm gonna keep rambling. Yeah, Fool Hat came from a whole different
Industry.
industry. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, cherry time.
Cherry time.
So I'm just like, damn, like, what happened? I don't know. Someone called her, I guess the Uber driver, the delivery driver for the food. He's right there? Oh, so you know what? She also ordered milk, which probably came from a different driver who might have called her right now, who she went out to go grab. She gonna come right back in a sec.
What is the trash?
I'm not sure. We can make our own trash. I'm not too sure. Just throw it in there. Or
So,
fuck it. But yeah, so as I was saying, as I'm trying to say, there's a lot going on right now for those who are listening. Yeah, I was just nervous. I'm like, are people gonna accept me? But what really helped me was understanding the reason why I did what I did. Like, I started making music not to please other people. Like, I did it for me. So at the end of the day, like, if you like it or not, it don't matter if you like it or not, because this is something that I feel like I really needed to do. But it was even harder because I started losing like mad followers. Like on my Instagram, I started losing like literally like hundreds and hundreds of followers. People were just like, what the fuck? And then dip. So I had to deal with that. But I just had to be confident in myself and confident in the vision. You know what I'm saying? And then once I dropped my second song, Sad Nice, that shit started blowing the fuck up. And I was like, man, I'm definitely on the right path. Like, I'm not going to sit here and listen to people who tell me I should stick to one thing or like try to control me or marginalize me. You know You know what I'm saying? Like, even my best friend at the time, like, when I dropped Sad Nights, he put on his IG story, he was like, whack. He was just like, whack, like, all capital letters. Like, 2 minutes after I posted the song was out. So it was a lot to deal with in the transition.
He's
but
the whack one.
He said whack. I'm like, damn, you supposed to be my mans, bro. Like, you supposed to be my homie. You know what I'm saying? But it's all part of the game. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, as long as you're confident of what you want in the direction you're trying to head in, you know, just learn to take everything with a grain of salt.
Facts.
You feel me? So that's my relationship with social media. What would you say for yourself? Do you have any negative aspects that come to you when it comes to social media?
I've been trying to find a balance in between being on it and being productive while I'm on it. Because, you know, it's very easy to just get in the trap of keep scrolling.
Yeah.
Watching this, watching that, and going this and doing that. But lately I've been trying to do it more effectively related towards my goals and my music, you know. So it's more like going down to see like what's like something that I should be doing, what type of content should I do as an artist, you know. Every niche that you're on, you should do things a little bit different because it's like what it's happening within that group. So that's what lately I've been doing. Like whether it's covers, if they're doing covers, if they're doing videos, if they're doing a verse to a song that is out, just see what's on it and what could be predictive to my social media and my engagement and what people want to see at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah, what they want to see.
Because
that's definitely important to keep in mind.
Yeah.
For sure. One sec. Chris, Divinity said she's out front. Would you be able to grab her? Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, no, I hear you. It's definitely important to keep all those things in mind. And it's dope that you keep those things in mind too. I feel like a lot of people don't even, especially artists, I feel like they don't really think that far when it comes to music. I feel like a lot of artists feel like, oh, I'm just going to make dope music and I'm just going to post it and it's just going to take care of itself. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you got to be
work like that.
Yeah, we don't like that on this side.
It don't work like that.
No, I feel you. I heard that when it comes to social media, there's two types of people. There's people who post the content and there's people who consume the content.
Yep.
So I feel like as an artist, a business owner, or someone with any type of entrepreneurship or something that they're trying to promote or put out there, they got to keep in mind, like, you know what I'm saying, like those factors are super important.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Those factors are super important.
And so, everything it's marketing and branding, you know, when it comes to your product. And that's, in 2023, it's super attached to the music itself. It's kind of like an arm or I don't know, some important part of the body.
Yeah. Like an extension of you.
There you go. You gotta do one. If you want to see results, you gotta do the two of them. And you can do either or, but if you want to see results, you have to do both.
That part.
Yeah.
That part. So how long have you been doing music for all the people listening right now?
I've been doing music since I was like 10, but professionally and actively recording and building my project as Daliana.
Hey.
It's been like 3 years now.
3 years? Okay, lit. So where did that come from? Daliana.
I ever recorded couple of tracks, and I was thinking about my
little slogan.
My little slogan, yeah. And then I tried a lot of different things for like a week. I was just doing it differently.
Do you remember some other ones that you tried?
I would be like, Daliana, Daliana, or I don't know, things like that, you know.
Daliana.
There you go. Or like I had Daliana soy yo, and then
that's cool.
Daliana, you know, it's just like different
That's
ones.
cool. I can hear that on like a reggaeton song.
And then one day I was like, Daliana. That
the store.
Liana, that's the one.
I'm crying.
And like everybody that listens to it, they want to say it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, that's the one, I guess.
Okay, fire. So you came up with the idea, you seen people's reaction, and they're like, okay, that's it. The people kind of were like, this is it.
Yep.
Nah, fire. That's dope. Welcome back, Divinity.
What a
Welcome
fucking
back.
mess.
Would you like to share your journey? What did you just go through right now?
Because somebody was looking for you here.
Yeah,
You wasn't
'cause we
anywhere.
ordered, it was 2 Uber drivers,
Two
right?
different Uber Eats people.
It's crazy. Because literally, this is what happened. You walked out, and then Chris was immediately like, hey, so where'd she go? I'm like, bro, she just walked out that door. You didn't see her?
Wow.
Nah. I'm like, bro, you literally just closed it, and he opened it.
Wow.
I was like, what the
Yeah, he
fuck?
said he came through like another entrance.
Oh, okay.
But it's okay. I'm here now.
Hey, okay.
Welcome back.
We got some milk and cookies. So we were just, me and Dylan were just talking about some negative aspects that we might have with social media.
Oh, yeah?
And she was saying that learning to be on it like productively, right? For the
Yeah.
most, yeah.
Mm.
So she said productivity with it. I said like my perspective on it and how like it makes me feel. And what did you say?
I don't know. I just came in.
No, like earlier.
Oh, about like being three different types of people.
Yeah.
Where you're a consumer, a person
Okay,
that
yeah,
makes
I
the
said that, I
content,
said
and
that.
then a person that consumes and makes content together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because
I
I
feel
had
like
just
there's
said
three
that to
different types of
Daliana. I missed that one. So someone who both posts and consumes.
Yeah, I feel like
Like
you're
a
a big
hybrid.
person that does that. You're post and
You think
consume.
so?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I do consume.
Yeah,
a
you
lot.
be on it more than me.
Damn.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Well, let's get into some positives about social media. So you have a business, Healing with Divinity.
Healing with Divinity. It's
Shout out
about to open up again.
healingwithdivinity.com.
She's getting ready. She's in the middle of doing a sea moss tincture. I'm gonna double boil it when I get home.
Fire.
So I'm
so
excited about that product to launch it, but it's just like a lot more that goes into it. I guess I gotta work on branding more. So I'm in the process of branding, which I'm excited.
Dope. Okay. So what would you say are some positives that social media helped you when it came to your
I made
business?
some fucking money.
You
in
made
social
some
media.
money on
Hell
social
yeah.
media, huh?
I feel like every time
Talk
I
about it.
promoted like my business on my stories or made cool content regarding products and gave more, I feel like what did good for me was educational things, because like since I have a herbal business, I can talk about the benefits of having my product and how it could benefit you. So I feel like for me, I was able to talk about that through reels and social media, which got people's interests, which also made it easier for me to make money and for people to buy my product. So I feel like I was able to leverage it in that way. We got insomnia cookies. We talk about how insomnia cookies we got from the East Coast, and then we came all the way back here, and they also have it here on the West, which I love.
What kind of cookies?
You never had insomnia cookies?
I don't think
It's like
so.
this cookie place that's open like late at night. We used to, in Providence, Rhode Island, we used to go at like 2 a.m. after like going out. We used to get insomnia cookies, and then we would go to New York, and they had insomnia cookies there too. And then now they have it out here in LA. Lit.
I would love
Yeah, I feel like there's a
some.
lot of positive aspects to having social media when you leverage it and balance it in the correct way, which requires you to be more disciplined as well. The more discipline you have within life, I feel like, okay, when you can have discipline with eating, when you can be a little hungry and not be angry or hangry, and you can have discipline with food, I feel like you can have discipline with life as well. So I feel like discipline is a big aspect when it comes to also being on social media, because
That's true.
if you have no discipline, you're just scrolling for real. I'm distracted by this.
And not just that, like
Yeah. Cookies ASMR.
when social
chilling.
media becomes your job, you gotta be really strategic on what you
Oh
do
yeah,
and
definitely.
how you do it,
Mhm.
because then you might get frustrated if you're working and doing certain things but you don't see any results. So it's all about try and
Trial and
figure
error.
it out,
Mm.
whether if this is what it's gonna work for you, or
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
find it the way that it's your own that works for you. And
Mm-hmm.
How do you balance social media, Daliana? Being an artist, how do you balance it?
Me personally, I'm a human being that likes to be present. I love like interactions in person. I don't really like to text that much, neither do phone calls, unless
Yeah.
like
You have to.
you're really special. If not, I would really like to
You are not gonna
do none
DM
of
back.
that. So if I wouldn't be an artist, I wouldn't have social media for sure. But since I'm an artist, you gotta do what you gotta do.
What you gotta do?
I just try to like go and post whatever content I feel like it's aligning now with the image I want to go for within my career. So I just lately been using it strictly to that, treating it more like as a business. But I have to do it better, like way better when it comes to the administration of the page, if that's what I would say. Because it takes time. It takes time for me to like think about what I want to write in the caption. Bruh, I wrote like 30 different ones and I ended up deleting it and putting an emoji. And that's it.
It be like that sometimes, bro.
And you waste like an hour just trying to figure it out. You know, it's definitely a work that sometimes we don't think, but it's kind of work. And I feel like my brain knows it. So sometimes doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, you have to really have discipline with it for real.
There you go. That's when it comes.
No, it for surely is a job.
You're like the king at it. What are you talking about? Like it's a job, but you handle it like it's a job for you. But I don't know. I feel like maybe you like the aspects of it. I don't know if you like it, but like you're great at it. Like you have drafts posted. You know when you're gonna post. You have a big strategy on how you post. What you want to post. Can you speak a little bit about how you go about doing that to people that want to be more disciplined with social media and like your strategy? We can base it on like how you go about promoting a song and like your thought process on it when it comes to posting on socials.
Well, song specifically. I mean, I feel like I kind of treat all my content kind of the same. Okay. And I try to think of ways like, okay, like let's say I have a certain product where there's a song or a new episode of On and Friends. On and Friends episode 6 out now, by the way.
Go check it out.
It's a brand new day. The song out now, by the way. Check it out.
I said, whoa.
Let's get it. Ay. Tell me where do you wanna go? Okay. Say whoa, hey, whoa, hey, whoa. Hey, let's get it. Oh, okay. She said, whoa. No, Dahlia got the vocals. You know what I'm saying? She gonna add that little harmony in there.
That song is go crazy.
Right.
You guys should definitely go download it. Download.
Go download, stream everything, share, tell your friends, your auntie, your uncle. So if I were to have something like that, little brother, little sister, all that. Pen pals, tell your pen pals. But nah, I really just take a product and think of a trillion ways to promote that product. So like, for example, like if I have a new song, like I could tell you to your face, yo, I got a new song, check it out. I could tell someone else to tell you. You know what I'm saying? There's ways you can go about doing that. I could make a skit about it. I could do a picture that has nothing to do with it and then put it in the caption. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
wow.
you just got to think of different ways to promote the topic at hand and just not keep it repetitive and boring. Like what's boring is just being like, yo, this song out now, this song out now, this song out now, this song out now. Like that's just boring as hell. Like people are going to ignore you half the time. But if you just experiment with different ways to promote different things and really just figure out like what works best for you, you know? So that's really it. It's just a whole bunch of trial and error. Like there really is no there's no rule book to go through or like follow through when it comes to like promoting music or like being on social media. You know what I'm saying? You kind of just have to just try something, see how it works, try again in a different way, see how it works, and just like whatever works the best, kind of run with that, and then try to improve on that, make that better. Next thing you know, you're gone.
I've seen you grow pages from 0 to 10,000 followers, like organically.
No, but it's a job though. But it's a job that I want to have.
What was your strategy for growing that particular page?
That page, posting a lot, bro. Just it was easy because it was a repost page, so like the content was just coming from like a small portion of it was myself, but most of it was just like, you know, reposting other people's content, which I feel like in that way is kind of easy to grow, because like it could be a little challenging to even make content to post on social media, but it's super important to do. It's super important to do. TikTok. I mean, for some people it is though. Like some people are like,
every day. Look at me. This is gonna be a real. Everyday life is content. You have to switch your brain about that. About what is content, what is not content. Everyday life is content. You see people, creatives on social media putting the tripod up, getting out of bed like they just woke up. Like, you see how people make content. People brush their teeth. They make a video brushing. TikTok. Follow me on TikTok, Healing with Divinity. TikTok for me has been my favorite platform. I'm sorry to cut you off.
It's okay.
TikTok for me has been my favorite platform. I'm slowly growing that, and I'm seeing natural engagement and natural following from it. So I like Instagram because it's like a resume, and it's like you meet people, you give me your Instagram. But like TikTok, I feel like it gives me this freedom where I could just fully be myself and give my thoughts, where I just like can have a video of me brushing my teeth, put a caption of, or like words in front of in front of the video, on top of the video actually, and it does numbers because people can relate to what you're saying. And you know, it's just easier because I feel like the content on TikTok too is so quickly satisfying. What is that called when you get great gratification? Because it's just like instant 1 second. Yeah, it's like 1 second videos, so you're just like scrolling and looking. So like, I feel like it's a little bit more easier to grow. But I don't know, Instagram's been a little bit of a different thing.
I mean, it's not what it used to be. I'm saying, like, when was the last time you've heard of someone go viral on Instagram? You know?
Yeah.
I don't hear that no more. But TikTok, like, a lot of stars came out of TikTok. That's why I'm telling you to hop on TikTok.
You need to hop on TikTok.
With this
everyday
song,
life
once this song is out, we're going hard on TikTok.
Okay, can we talk about that? Can we talk about this song? Because I'm not the only one dropping 555 music now. Now, you know what I'm saying? She do her thug thizzle. Let's talk about it. So what you got in the works? What you got coming up?
So right now I got a single coming up.
Ooh.
It's called Hipnotiza. I love that song. I did a listening session.
That was beautiful.
Shout out to you guys for coming through.
I love
it. That was a real good time.
Was beautiful.
It was a great time, and that was one of the favorite ones from the shits that I got. So, you know, I wanted to do honor to your guys' opinion and the ideas that were shared in that session.
I think that was dope as fuck, by the way. Like, I don't think I've ever been to a listening session.
Yeah, it inspired you too.
Before. No, that definitely inspired me. Like, I think when I do I Love You Too, I might want to do some type of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's really dope to create platforms where like people who like really support you can like feel like they're a part of your process and your come up.
Exactly.
You're gonna have like fans for life doing shit like that.
I feel like for you, the way I've seen you grow as an artist was like you started with performing, which I feel like is an old-fashioned way of growing, which is beautiful because I feel like that's how you get diehard fans.
Exactly.
You perform and you throw yourself out there by word of mouth. Like the best restaurants you go to are the ones that people tell you about, that you see on like Yelp or Google, you know? So I really like the way you're coming up about it because you go through performing in front of and meeting people and putting yourself out there first. So when you do decide to go on TikTok, when you do put your first single out, it would just blow up more because it's like natural because you already have those fans that you're established before you even put the song out. So like there's a beautiful hustle and there's a beautiful way of growing that way as an artist. Because majority of artists nowadays, they just go online. But is that, I guess that's kind of a question to, can you get longevity that way? Through word of mouth, you know?
You know, that was one of the things I've been thinking about lately, because it is true. When it comes to being an artist online, yeah, you might get a lot of streams and a lot of buzz on Instagram, but there's not really that connection that is going to make your fan go and buy your stuff, buy your merch, go to your concerts and support you. You're gonna get that only from performing.
Superficial, a little bit, yeah.
You know, like once performing is that ultimate level where you connect with people, like you're right there, they're with you, you know.
Definitely.
So that definitely makes a total like completely difference. I will love on artists that I saw performing and I met them in person and I like what I see than somebody that is online that it might be good, but I don't have that emotional connection with them because of that experience we were through on the show. So really cool. I'm super happy. I'm really, really happy.
That's a great way to grow.
You have an expected time frame of when you're trying to drop the song?
I don't know. Probably next month. The song is ready. I got the master back yesterday. So now it's matter of fact of getting the music video done and submitting the song to the proper platforms.
Proper
and
distribution.
Fine.
Just
and then we'll be rolling.
Yeah.
Dope. First single
ever.
I know, congrats. 20 more, for real.
Thank you.
And you would have never thought, because it's like, I feel like the way you carry yourself. Cheers with the oat milk.
A healthy cheers.
Right, healthy cheers. But nah, I feel like, the way you carry yourself and the way you perform, like, you could have told someone, I have 1,000 songs out, and they would have believed you.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with everything that you're doing on this level, it's like you're doing so much already, you know? And it's really dope to see. So, you know, in a couple more years, who knows what you'll be on, for real.
If you
Who
keep
knows?
Likewise. I feel like the future is bright for all of us.
Bright.
Yeah, definitely.
We're working towards it, so
you just gotta want it.
That's
all that is. You just have to believe in yourself and want it for yourself, because people can see it in you, but you just gotta see that for yourself too.
It's true, and things happen exactly how you want them. Maybe not exactly if you just look superficial, but if you think about it, of the reality you're living on, at least on my opinion, what is happening right now, I thought about it like 3 years ago. I didn't know how it was gonna happen, or actually I did know.
Yeah?
I did know. And I blame myself for that too, because I was said back there, I'm like, I'm gonna make it in terms of being able to record my music anywhere. Like, I need to figure it out how I'm gonna do the whole strategy, and I didn't have idea of anything. I didn't know that you have to get a studio, plus get an engineer, plus get a producer.
So shit.
All of this
all
shit.
These people?
All these people to make one song.
Bro.
Yo, they don't
And that's
that
just
shit
the
as
beginning.
artists.
You still have to do the marketing and promote that thing.
Then you gotta perform. Try to find a way to perform. Find shows.
What is a manifestation that you thought of many years ago that came true?
So that's what I'm going for.
Okay, go ahead.
So while I was in San Diego, living in San Diego, and I went to a studio, and they give me crazy numbers in terms of renting the place. It was nice, but it was ridiculous.
Crazy expensive, yeah.
And I was working as a dishwasher, so there was no way that was gonna happen. And then I was thinking, like, you know what? I'm gonna like find a way to get record, even if I go and do like an internship at a label, or I go and get a job there, like even a housekeeping job, because by around that time I didn't know how to speak English. So it was limited what I was able to do here in the States. So I thought, if I go and do an internship, I might be able to start. And it got 2020, pandemic hit.
Damn.
I was about to get a job.
Damn.
Wow.
But they didn't fire me. They didn't even hire me.
They didn't fire me. They didn't even hire me.
They didn't even hire me. Like they technically hired me.
Yeah.
But they did the lockdown, so they called me like, "Hey, we're gonna stop all the hiring process because of the pandemic."
Damn, and you came so close to it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right between your fingertips.
But it was all worth it, because I got an internship in LA like that next week.
Okay.
And through that internship, I got my ex-manager. I got to work with my ex-manager, and the rest is history.
Yeah, that's a record.
You know,
Mhm.
and that's why I'm saying, like, I literally thought that I was gonna do an internship, and I was gonna do like cleaning or whatever, and then I was gonna get discovered, and that's literally what happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
Kudos to that.
But that's why I'm like, I should have thought bigger. I should have like pictured myself like, I don't know, getting 100 million.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Getting the
you
load
could've
of
manifested
the
that
load.
shit.
Yeah, it's not too late.
Manifestation's
Not
a
too late.
real thing, for
They're
real.
real.
Manifestation is a real thing. It's fuck, bro. I feel like as of lately, I've just really been like, cause I mean I always knew, but like I feel like I always knew about manifestation. I always knew about law of attraction. Not always, but for a long time, I knew about manifestation, knew about law of attraction. But I feel like once I really lived by it. Can you scoot down a little bit? 'Cause I want to get you on the frame. Once I really lived by it, and I really lived like, okay, I don't know what's gonna happen next week. I don't know I'm gonna be able to pay my bills next week. I don't know nothing. I don't know how I'm gonna pay shit. But I have faith in the process, and I have faith that the universe wants me to win. Once you like have that much faith in the universe, where it's like you don't know what's gonna happen like the next fucking day, like how you're gonna get or like continue life or eat or whatever it is,
Trust.
and you still have trust, you still have that blind faith in the universe, like things will always go your way.
My favorite way to manifest is just like picturing it already there in your third eye, like picturing yourself there. Like when I manifested my cat, like I wanted a Pacific cat to act a certain way and be a certain way and be fluffy, and like I just pictured her walking around my house. I pictured her like the litter box. I pictured like where it was. Like when I pictured herb school and I manifested that, I seen myself walking barefoot inside of a garden. And like as soon as I got to herb school, I walked barefoot in the garden. I was crying. I was like, I can't believe I manifested this. Well, I believed I did because I pictured it, but it's just like quantum jumping and getting into that reality. So you do have to see it in your mind.
Let's break that down real quick. What's quantum jumping?
We
It's a
live
big word you throw out
simultaneously in multiple realities at one time. Okay.
Okay.
I hope that
So
makes
like
sense.
past, present, future type
Yeah,
shit?
we all lived that all together at one time. Like I said that,
So
how I
like
just
you
said that was the
visualize,
past.
you visualize a future that you wish to manifest,
And it's already happening.
You then hop into that timeline.
Yeah, because it is already happening in
'Cause
that
it's already
lifetime,
happening
in that
simultaneously.
time frame. It's already
Mhm.
happening. So you just have to put yourself in that time frame by a meditation, closing your eyes, seeing yourself there, putting yourself in that time frame.
Yeah, because they
It's
say there's
quantum
like
jumping.
an infinite amount of like different universes. It's like say
Yeah.
for example,
Rick and Morty. Like,
let's say you ever watch Rick and Morty?
Yes.
yeah.
So like for example, let's
Going
say
back
like
to the future.
yeah, type shit.
yeah, different. They go
Kinda,
in different
kinda.
dimensions.
Type in
different.
Well, Back in the Future is the same timeline, I believe. No, is it one movie? Is it different? That's another conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think it's jumping in the past.
so like there's a multitude of dimensions all existing at the same time in this exact moment. So for example, in this dimension, we're sitting here with Daliana. Maybe in another dimension, we're sitting here just you and me.
Yeah.
And like we never linked up with Daliana today. We just came here
Yeah.
yourself, and you know. So like
That's
yeah, like
another
you said,
dimension that
being
could
on
happen, yeah.
being on a certain frequency puts you in a certain like literally attracts like a certain like how could I say
A different outcome.
different
Yeah,
outcomes and
beautiful.
experiences to
Mhm.
you. You feel me?
Mhm.
Because they say like you could look at life as like a bunch of rivers. There's a bunch of rivers you can go through, but they all lead to the same ocean.
Mhm.
And the rivers represent like different rivers you go down based off of different decisions you make along your journey. But overall, you're meant for whatever your ideal purpose is, which is the ocean. But there's different ways to get there. You feel me?
And they say your thoughts affect where it is. So if you're thinking negative, it can be in that wrong direction you're going to go in. You'll still get to the same area overall, depending on what it is, but it will take you in a different path. That's why people try to like stay in a positive frequency. So you can be in like the right path, I guess.
Interesting.
That makes sense. So I say like how you think, it definitely affects your future, and how you see about and like your own self-worth affects what you believe going forward. If you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to get where you want to go. You're not going to manifest.
Yeah.
But can you manifest even though
Well,
don't
you're
believe in
always
yourself, or-
manifesting, whether you know
Yeah.
it or not.
I guess intentionally manifesting.
Yeah, you can intentionally manifest, or you could just like by default manifest.
Because you could be in a situation where you don't know anyone, and you meet someone cool, and then boom, your whole life changed. Or you know what I mean? There's different ways you can really manifest life.
But I also feel like when it comes to living, there's like two different types of people. There's people who like there's people who go and live their life, but there's also people who go and react to life. You know, I feel like we're living our lives. We're like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna make this happen, we're gonna grind towards this, and some people are just like, you know, they just let whatever happens, and then they feel whatever ways they feel towards it. But above all else, everyone needs to understand that they always have the power and they always have the control. And I feel like that's super important to realize, to take your life by the balls and understand, nigga, I got the power.
Yeah, literally.
He got the power.
I got the power.
You just gotta believe. A lot of it has to do with self-worth. Like, you really have to believe that what you're doing, what you want, can really benefit and can really help you. But I feel like a key to unlocking true manifestation, where like you really can get a lot of power in a positive way, we'll say for this one, is what is it going to do to benefit others? I feel like when the universe decides, like, okay, this is going to benefit a lot of people, it's going to make the manifestation happen sooner, quicker, and more efficiently. Like, I feel like, does that make sense? Like, if it's benefiting humanity or it benefits like multiple people around, the manifestation will happen quicker.
I feel like that's another way of saying that if your manifestation is something that's positive.
Yeah, but it could be positive and not help nobody else but you.
Impossible.
You think?
Because
I
if it's
agree
positively,
with that.
I feel like if it's positively helping you, it could help the world indirectly by making you a better person. That puts you in position to help people or like donate to charities or.
Yeah, but what if I'm just feeling positive, but I'm not affecting nobody else around?
Only more good can come out of good.
I think that's true, but I also think that I'm talking about more of like affecting people directly. Because, like, say if you're wanting to have a positive day, but you're not going to be around nobody the whole day, did you really affect anybody?
What if you having that positive day allows you to have this experience or this epiphany, and then you go tell someone and it changes their life, and then
but you're not talking to no one that day?
What if like it
Well,
happens,
what
like,
if that day of not talking with someone will save you from any situation?
I guess, yeah.
You know, maybe that's the good thing.
I'm looking at it more of like, you jump in a time machine 10 years to the past, step on a butterfly on accident, go back to the future, and the whole world's fucking you know. That's why that's kind of like what I'm saying. Like, you could have, through you even having a good day, you don't know how many people is being affected by just you having a good day. You could have that good day, then you can be inspired. Hey, I'm gonna make this TikTok about this product. It can help with fucking thyroid. Someone sees the video on TikTok, now they're cured of thyroid just because you had a good fucking day, and now you wanted to make a video about that. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. No, real shit. I see. And even if you look at it as an aspect of like, we got to the podcast a little late today. My bad, you know what I'm saying? But like, what if we were meant to get here late? What if we avoided a whole car accident because we got here late?
Yeah, we talk about that.
That
often.
Shit happens, bro.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In some other dimension, we got in a car crash.
Just knock on wood.
You feel me? So yeah, I feel like, you know, only more positivity.
Do you feel like, though, if you were to manifest something and it would affect others, it would happen in a, I guess quicker is not the word, but more of an abundant way?
But I feel like positive is quicker, in my opinion. I feel like if you're wishing for something good, I feel like if you're wishing for something good or positive or something negative, you know, I feel like the positivity is always more powerful. You don't think negative manifestations
happen just as quick? Like if you dwell on it too much?
I feel like they can, but I feel like you gotta give it more energy than if it was positive.
Okay, so you think a positive one
because we're meant to be positive beings,
farther than a negative one.
It's like stronger.
I love that. I think that's true.
I think they're equally strong.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
I think it's definitely a spectrum that has two ends, where you have 100 and 100, 100% bad, 100% good, and you're in the middle. You decide where to go. Okay. And how all of us are like in different positions within the spectrum. But it's not like you're on completely on one side or the other one. I'm good for that. Yeah. Thank you.
I feel that.
You know, like I
agree. I definitely think there's a spectrum.
That they're strong, and like they're strong, whether if it's good or bad, if that makes sense. Like me wanting somebody to have an accident, it has the same power as me wanting that person to get $1 million. It's gonna be the same energy. The only difference is that the only difference and not difference is that everything that you wish, you're gonna get it back. So it all goes around.
I feel that perspective.
What you wish, but you're gonna get it regardless. So we just gotta be careful on what are we wishing for.
Right.
I love that perspective on it.
Yeah, no, I definitely love that perspective. But I feel like what makes my perspective like a little different, like I feel you 100%. But the reason I feel like positivity is a little more powerful is because I truly believe like we're all how could I say? Like we're all born more on the positive spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Like you could look at kids like newborns. Them motherfuckers are happy for no reason. Them motherfuckers, little kids, they be like, you know what I'm saying? They just have like.
Okay, let me tell you this. What about from every negative there is a positive for yin and yang? If there's so good, there's also so much bad.
That's
for
true.
the balance of life.
Yeah, that's true.
So you don't think some people are born to be on the bad side?
I feel like that.
I don't feel like it's
that
human
definitely
nature,
comes to how the kid is raised. To be honest, I feel like.
Yeah.
Us as humans, we're like an empty canvas when we were born.
Yeah,
and we're gonna get the shape.
Completely empty?
I felt like an empty canvas.
I truly believe that.
I think we're affected a little bit by trauma from like generations, but I feel like we do come mostly empty.
Yeah.
But I feel like it may be empty, but I feel like we're born perfect. Like I feel like every human being is initially born perfect, and society fucks them up.
What about the little kids that strangle animals when they're babies?
For what?
What about the little kids that like kill little dogs and
kill
stuff?
squirrels and shit?
Yeah, it's because there's no on this understanding on whether it's good or bad. You know, it's still a desire. You know, the desire is what is driving them to do whatever they're doing.
But then you could also look at even the term good and bad. One thing I've learned is I try not to say good and bad. I try to say wanted versus unwanted. Because at the end of the day, like, what is good? What is bad?
What is it?
It's your own perspective on it.
Exactly. But one thing that
thing
is a constant is everyone has wanted experiences and everyone has unwanted experiences.
Facts.
And I guess what enough people come together and mutually agree we want this experience, that makes it good. And
people can come together and not be a good experience too.
No, I'm saying, yeah, but they can also do and agree that is whatever the situation is bad.
I guess it just depends on what it is.
Yeah,
it's on your perspective. I feel like it's always just based on your own perspective.
It's true. It's based on your own perspective, but it's also based on groups of people's perspective. Like if all of us in this room decided like this light is too harsh, we can't see nothing on the screen, that would make that a bad thing. But if we all were like, nah, it's a cool aesthetic, it would make it a good thing. So that kind of falls back to what I'm saying is like, what even is good and bad? I'm high as hell. I'm rambling right now. What is good? What is bad? Like, this some high nigga
Divinity
talk.
has new pre-rolls coming out. The pre-rolls are gonna have mints, Domania, and just like a different type of blend from my regular pre-rolls. I feel like they were more my first set of pre-rolls were more fruity and euphoric, but I think these are just more introspective and euphoric as well. I feel like they're euphoric, but they're less fruity. They're more, I don't know, they're more of like a nice flowery taste.
Am I smoking it right now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this busting. This shit hit.
But I added mint to this blend, so I feel like it gives it a nice chill feeling.
This shit hit. You hear me? This shit bust.
Healing with Divinity's coming back out. I need like a couple more weeks to really go into it. I feel like what I'm doing now is very scientific, so I need to like make a product and I need to make sure I can even sell the product, or before even selling the product I need to make sure the product's effective. So I need to like have test dummies, which I have beautiful
test dummies. I'm crying.
That's
who's dumb enough to try this shit?
Test peoples that are willing to.
We don't test in animals. We test in people.
I swear, we don't test on animals. Animal free testing on this
I
side.
have a beautiful
humans
that
only.
Are
humans only.
Humans only. No
$20 an hour.
Humans only.
That are willing
you might
to
grow
try.
an extra pinky toe.
But you know, you can just put like nail polish.
Yeah, just put
and
nail
nobody's
polish.
gonna notice. How would they know?
How would they ever know? How they gonna know? They ain't gonna know. No, I'm excited for your products. I'm excited for this year. No cap. Women are going in this year.
Yeah, we
like,
are.
Women are putting in, especially in the music scene.
Mm.
Who we got going crazy right now? Some of our favorites.
Sexy Red.
Sukiyana. Dang, Suki Red. My bad. I apologize. We're gonna edit that. I said Suki Red.
Wow. It's okay. They did a
Sukiyana
couple
and
collabs.
Sexy Red.
They get along.
I'm out of town. I don't swim around.
My pussy pink. My
My
booty hole brown.
Yo, that shit is so fucking hard.
The urge to scream it.
Oh, you just want to yell it like in public
I
places.
And shout out her because I heard through the grapevine that her label didn't want her to release that, and she still did. So shout out to her believing in herself and still releasing and it being a fucking hit.
Nah, that just goes to
Facts.
show, as an artist, as a human being or someone chasing your dream in life, of course, yes. But talking to the artist, as an artist, sometimes you just gotta be so certain of your vision and your direction and understanding what your audience really wants out of you. You know, the reason she didn't listen to her team on that song was because she's like, nah, I know my audience. I know what they want to hear from me. I know what they're gonna like.
Oh,
And I know what good music is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she put it out, and look at her now. Like,
Congrats.
kudos. Congrats to her.
Congrats
Nah,
to
for
her
real,
believing
for
in
real.
herself.
She got that, and then she got the ski.
I love that song.
Ski. That shit.
That's hard.
No, that shit is
that's
hard.
hard.
Ski. How you think of that? Like, I would never think of that. I'm trying to get more versatile in the booth. There's just so many dope artists out here that are like inspiring. Like Young Thug, for me, Young Thug has been a real big inspiration as of lately.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, free Thugger, man. I feel like we say this like every podcast at least once.
No, I don't think you said it last podcast.
No, I could have sworn I did. Maybe
Nah.
not. Free Thugger, man.
Free Thugger, man.
He's also Haitian. To those who don't know, I'm Haitian. So I got fat.
Just got you. You should have brought your Haitian flag.
Oh yeah, huh? I could have
You got a
put that
Haitian
shit on my
flag.
head. We're gonna bring it next podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, Young Thug is a big inspiration for me, man. Just like the doors he kicked down on his come up. Like, I'll never forget, Young Thug had that cover art where he wore a motherfucking dress. He wore a dress on his cover art, like a hard rapper from Florida wearing a dress. Like, motherfuckers was like, what the fuck? But it's just like he kicked down, he opened that barrier of just being like outwardly creative and like not caring what people think. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, when you a rapper and you a rock star, or even just like an artist in general, like, you got to learn to have that toughness, that tough skin, and you have to learn to like do things that make you unique, even if at first people are gonna judge you, because at first people judge him so fucking hard. But now, all these years later, people talk about those times and we're just like, yo, that shit was genius.
Yeah.
Like, that shit was a work of art. Like, I think there's a museum that has like Young Thug in different outfits.
Really?
And
You have to go to that.
And there's like
Atlanta?
a
It's in
IG page.
Atlanta?
Like, someone started like a big ass IG page, and then like there was a pic of Thug in a museum.
Cool.
And I had one of his things, so it's just like, you know, he's a big inspiration for me, stylistically, and even when it comes to his music, the shit he be saying, like, if you really listen to what he's saying, I'm like, yo, he be saying some shit, and like the way he does like the flow switches and the different cadences, like he'll have one song where he'll do like 4 different flows and like 3 different tones of voice, like 3 different pitches, and then the shit he's saying is just like, damn, like you actually hear what he's saying.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
A lot
man,
of metaphors.
a lot of metaphors, similes, all that. It's just swag. It's just swag. So Thug is a big inspiration of mine. For real. Do you have any big inspirations in music?
I do. I really like Karol G.
Ooh, okay.
Who?
Yeah,
Karol G.
Karol G.
Oh no, I haven't heard that
Yeah,
artist.
she's Colombian singer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she's one of the greatest right now, and I really admire her because of the way she is, and how everything that she represents. And she's from Colombia. It's really dope.
Since
You
she's
know,
from
a
Colombia.
huge inspiration too. I'm from my country, very far away, and
That's beautiful.
take the world.
That makes me think of Wyclef. Wyclef is a Haitian artist, rapper, producer, like composer, all that shit, out of Haiti. So like, you know, he's one that's out of my country that I really admire a lot too. OD. Who's some of your favorite artists, bae?
That I listen to?
Yeah.
Damn. Oh wow.
Or
Right now I'm listening to Shakira. I've been listening to her old
yeah.
stuff.
That She Wolf song. You heard that
Yeah.
She Wolf song? There's a she wolf in the
I feel like it
closet.
always switches up for me.
I know it, but in Spanish, the Spanish version though.
Yeah, no one's
yeah, the
yeah,
Spanish version?
I haven't heard the Spanish version yet.
What's the English version?
That what I was singing.
Yeah. There's a she wolf
that shit.
in the closet.
Hey.
Let it out
Hey.
so it can breathe. You gotta do it.
I can't beat that.
Oh, I wanted to ask you, Diana, since you just came to America for like 4 years, right?
That's correct.
What
5
was one of the
years.
ways you learned English? So people that like want to learn more English.
It's to just speak it.
Yeah?
Just speak
speaking
it.
it?
Even if you are scared of doing so,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
just
it must have been like
speak it.
scary.
Yeah.
It was. But I was, like I told you earlier, I was being a dishwasher. So I washed in a whole week. The entire dishes I never washed in my life. I washed it like in a week. Because I got hired at a resort. And it was July, like vacation, summertime. And this is like way before the pandemic. So the hotel was packed. And the position was for 3 dishwashers, allegedly. But everybody quit, and I was doing the job for everybody.
That's
people.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Was that the worst job you ever had?
No,
Nah.
no.
It's been worse.
It's been worse. I mean, they have good food
Yeah.
in their buffet for employees.
That's cool.
It was
They got
good.
perks.
I made good friends too
So it
from
wasn't
that
the worst
job.
one.
But yeah, I was there and I was just thinking like, bro, because I knew how to say hi and bye. But I
Hey, that's
told
good enough.
that's good
Wow,
enough to
that's
start.
crazy.
Bye.
I told my boss to first that I didn't know how to speak English, and then I requested for him to speak in English to me, only English.
Aw.
Wow.
And then he was like, no, because you're not gonna know what I'm saying. I'm like, if I don't know, then you fire me.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's really cool.
So
There's an ashtray over there.
at the beginning, he would like come and ask me to do something. I would just play it dumb, like I didn't hear him, but I did hear him. But he said it in Spanish, and then he would repeat it, but in English.
Oh, so we do both.
And then I would go and do whatever he told me to do. Not because I knew what he was saying, but because he already said it in Spanish. So I started doing that, and then I was like doing conversations, and I was like, yes, potato, just. I don't know, like putting random words into the conversation, and people were like,
Like, what are you talking
what's
about?
going on? But people is nice
Can I
enough
take
to
your potato?
understand that you're learning, so they're trying to understand what you're saying. So
Yeah.
it was really easy.
That's really cool. That's
And
so
how many years
brave.
ago was that?
That was 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Wow.
Hmm
You came a long way. Your English is very good.
Yeah.
Thank
for
you so
real.
much. I
That's
appreciate
amazing.
that.
That's some
You
boss
do.
ass shit, Diana.
For real, go to
Thank
another
you,
place,
thank
learn
you.
a whole nother language,
I know.
and like, no, dude, for real,
Mhm.
that's dope.
Yeah, it's like one of the smartest people.
Yeah, when you
they
know
both
multiple languages, that
languages,
means
yeah.
you're smart.
Yeah.
For sure,
Oh,
for sure.
thank you.
Most
Appreciate
people
that.
can't do that.
No, my only advice to everyone trying to learn a new language is
Yeah.
just do it.
Just speak it.
Speak it, right? Like to mimic it, maybe. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, mimic it, and then eventually you'll get it.
Yeah.
You'll
It'll
get it.
stick.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you speak another language?
Man, so growing up, like I said, I'm Haitian, so our language is Haitian Creole. In school, they teach to speak French because I guess that's supposed to be like the, I guess, politically correct language that they like respect and stuff and teach to write in. But you know, a lot of Haitians are mad at that because it's like, bro, like we should speak our own native language in like schools and stuff. Because when they're not in school or doing anything like that, like they just speak Haitian Creole.
Is it a little bit of French in there? Or is it?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it has French words in it.
Okay.
It has French words in it. But yeah, so I grew up. My parents spoke it. My grandparents spoke it. And they spoke it to me. So like I always knew how to understand it, but I never spoke it back.
Okay.
So I would always answer in English. So I never really learned like how to speak the language, but I can understand it. Like, you know.
Can you still
like
understand it now?
It's been a while because, you know, they are now that I'm discovering. But when I first came to LA, I did not know any Haitians out here. I did not know any Haitians at all, you know. But recently I've been getting tapped in with some Haitians out here. I got like a homie out of Boston who moved out here who's Haitian. So, you know, it's just learning to just build that connection, that cultural connection and shit. You feel me? But yeah, I never spoke it back, so I never really learned it. And I was a little kind of, I don't know, it's weird, like when you're a Haitian kid in Boston, it's kind of a stigma between like being a Haitian American and like speaking Creole, because some Haitian kids will look at it like, I don't want to speak Creole, or like they'll be embarrassed. Like, so I was like kind of embarrassed to even learn for some weird reason. I don't know why. But as I got older, I wish like, damn, like I wish I knew that shit.
But
You know what I'm saying? Because like my grandma speaks Haitian Creole, and my grandfather on my grandma and grandpa on my dad's side, my grandma don't really speak English like that. She always mainly speaks Creole, but my grandpa used to translate for her, but he had passed away, so now it's like kind of a little bit of a language barrier. And it's just like, damn, like, you know, niggas wish they could, you know, speak. But she speaks a little bit of English, but yeah, aside from that, everyone else speaks English in my family. But I would love to learn my native language and like go back to my
You should
go back to Haiti. Well, not go back, but go to Haiti, because I never even been.
We should go.
We should.
We should make a trip and go.
Yeah,
I know. No, we should.
Yeah, you would love it. It's very ancestral going back to where you're
Yeah,
from.
I'd want to do some research and like see where to go and stuff, because like there's a lot of crime in Haiti, at least that I hear
I
about.
feel like people I feel like there's crime everywhere, but
There is, but
seen
my
videos of people
family
go.
moved. They moved from Haiti because it was getting like crazy.
yeah.
But I'm sure there's like
Yeah.
certain parts, you know, you can go to that's like.
Yeah, I'm
Sure,
pretty
for
sure
sure.
there's some places that are safe
Mm-hmm.
to go and travel.
Yeah.
That's exciting though. You should
Mhm.
go back.
Yeah.
Do you speak another language?
No, I wish. I'm like third or fourth generation American, and like my grandfather didn't speak it to my mother, and she never spoke it to me, so I just never spoke Spanish. But I definitely want to learn. I should.
I can teach you. Let me know.
Yeah, I
so
would
you
love
teach
to
me.
learn.
I know.
You
Yeah.
do it the same way you learned. You could like speak
Yeah.
it to me in this way, and then speak it to me in English.
I'm
Facts.
crying. Have y'all heard about I know you heard about it. You heard about what's going on TikTok Live right now?
No. What is it?
There's like it's this chick, I forgot her name, but she's going live on TikTok, and she's pretty much just acting like an NPC, which is like a non-player character. So she's acting like a video game character, and she pretty much just like sets her tripod up, and then she just moves like she's in a video game, and like people can send you gifts. A gift pretty much is like money, but there's like different kinds of gifts. So like, for example, there's like a lightning bolt gift you can send. It's worth 99 cents, like actual 99 cents. Then there's like a basketball one. It's worth like $1.
Have you heard
So,
about
like,
that, Chris? That's
You heard
so
about that's just
stupid.
crazy, right? So like, depending on what gift you send the live streamer determines what move that they do and say. So like, she literally will sit there. She has a what's that thingy that for your hair?
A brush?
No,
No,
the heat
a
thing.
heating iron.
She has a heating iron.
A straightener.
A straightener. She
Yeah.
has a straightener on connected, and a raw popcorn kernel in it, and she'll just hold that until it pops into a popcorn, and she'll just act like a fucking video game, like yes, 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 yes. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the like. It's just crazy, and she does
So
this
weird.
for like hours and hours and hours a day, and every day from it, she's been making like $2,000 to $4,000 a stream.
Getting the bag.
Getting the bag. Yes, yes, yes. Yes,
Yes, yes, yes.
And now everybody's doing it, bro.
Let's do it.
Everybody's doing
Everyone's
bro.
Let's get
doing
the
it.
bag.
Get that bag. That's just
This
crazy.
is so weird.
I was like, I can't. But it's funny though. Nah, there's definitely some
Anu like
fun people.
secretly wants to do it, but like has to.
Like
I
he
joke
wants.
about
This
it.
is your confirmation, Anu.
Nah, I can't. Hey, if y'all
Yes,
see
you
me on there
can.
though, y'all mind y'all business. Y'all see me on there doing that, y'all.
Let him be.
That's so.
But I
funny.
gotta be different from everybody else. I need both y'all to do it with me.
No, you do it by yourself.
Nah, y'all gotta be behind me. We all gotta be like, yes.
Yes.
It could be the
Yes.
three of us. Would that be funny?
You should do it like.
Everybody doing it solo.
You should do it like it, but you should not do it in a positive way. You should do it like saying something stupid instead of like what it is.
No, there was a guy I seen that said that he would be like, someone would send him a basketball gift, and he would be like, "Ooh, basketball! I wish I had friends to play basketball with." Like everything he would do, he would make it sad.
Oh.
It was mad funny. Like
Yeah, like switching it up.
yeah.
I feel like that's a cool way to do it.
Yeah, some people have some good ones, but you know who really needs to do it? Rachel.
Rachel, if you're watching
The
this,
point. If you're watching this, you need to hop on this wave. I feel like she would be a beast at it.
she would.
And she got like that soothing voice. Stop playing. There's a
Yeah,
money
it's like
movement.
perfectly weird for her.
Yeah, type shit.
Rachel, if you're here, listen to us.
Make that money.
If you can hear our message, please. I'm
Say
crying.
hi.
So
Hi.
Divinity recently got a face tattoo.
Oh shit!
I fuck
What'd you
with
get for a tattoo? For those who are
I
not
got a
watching the
red
video,
heart over here. You know what I'm saying?
over where? For the people that are
Is it on
listening,
this side or this side? I
other side.
don't know. And
Where is it?
I was honestly very. It's over here next to my eye.
Not for people who are not watching.
I
the
like
video.
it. It's really
People that are just
criminal.
listening to the sound.
Oh, sorry. It's on the top left corner of my eye,
Oh shit.
right above the cheek,
Mm.
to the left, 3 centers, 3 inches above, next to my my left ear.
1 kilometer from this freckle in the left portion.
And I was
fucking
kind of
hard.
really nervous to get it because my first thought was like, am I gonna be able to get a job? But I obviously got a tattoo that I could cover up, obviously, but that was the only reason why I didn't want to get it.
Can I have
So
some
if that
more?
was the only reason, then fuck it. Then I was like, I want to get this, and I feel like it's beautiful. Every tattoo for me is very meaningful. Some of them aren't, and some of them I got them just for aesthetic. But recently, I feel like I get them for more meaningful reasons. And this one was for me to look at myself and see that I am love. So it just like is a little reminder for myself when I look at myself in the mirror. So I really appreciate the tattoo for that
Love that.
and what it means. Yeah.
When did you decide to do it?
I looked at it like 2 days ago and I got it yesterday. So like it was like one of the quickest thoughts that came through. Usually like when I get a tattoo, I think about it for a long time.
Okay.
But this one I didn't. No regrets though.
Meant to be.
Yeah, I just like thought about it, went, did it. But I got a tattoo too.
I did. So I got the Sumerian cuneiform.
What does a cuneiform mean anyway?
So cuneiform is a form of writing. It's like known as wedge writing because it would incorporate like wedge shape symbols.
Oh wow.
And so Sumerian is it's this ancient civilization, one of the first civilizations to record their history. And they would etch their history into stone. And this is Sumerian cuneiform, so it's one of the first forms of writing. And it says love. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like love is my superpower. I feel like love is the most powerful force in the entire existence. And
Yeah.
you know, there's nothing more powerful than the force of love. And I just want to completely embody love in everything that I do, everything that I say. Like I want to be love, you know, to its purest capabilities. You know what I'm saying? So
It's beautiful. We should be love.
Yeah.
We're beings made of that.
I put that on me, you know what I'm saying? And it's dope. I wanted something deep. I feel like a lot of my tattoos are like deep and meaningful. So like I like to just keep up with that cohesiveness.
Yeah. You have any that aren't meaningful and don't mean anything?
One. I got this Playboy bunny.
It's like one of your first ones.
Playboy bunny tattoo on my arm. I don't know if y'all can see. I'm a little crispy. It's hot out here in LA.
Let me see.
You see?
What does this one mean?
That one's my favorite one.
Oh man, so this behind my left ear.
He got that one the same time I got your face tattooed, no?
Yeah, I did. It's a skull and a star coming out of the skull's mouth. So it's back when I used to go by Lil Death Star, and I wanted to give Lil Death Star a meaning. So what it meant to me is that out of death comes new life. Like energy never dies; it only transforms.
Okay.
So even though I have a skull there and it represents death, it really collectively represents life continuing and the rebirth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's what that means. So yeah, it's a really dope one. That one I love that one a lot.
When did you get it?
When?
How long have you had that tattoo? Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know.
4.
We've
4
been here
to
for
5
3,
years.
4, maybe like 5 years now. Yeah, 5 years. Then I had my face tattoo, which is super dope to me. My first tattoo was this triple X right here. It's dedicated to XXX Tentacion. When he passed away, this was the first tattoo I got. OD. He was a big motivator for me making music as well. You know, one of my really big inspirations.
RP to him.
Now, D, I went to go visit his grave too when I went to Florida. I went to Florida with Divinity's sister, Jay. Shout out Jay. And her homegirl, Becca. And it was actually Honeymoon's idea. Honeymoon was like, oh, wow, you're going to Florida. You should visit X's grave. I'm like, oh, shit, I should do that. Like,
Cool.
This kid fucking changed my fucking life, my whole entire life. So, yeah, I remember I went to his grave. You could see it on Anu and Friends. I think maybe episode 4. I'm not sure. 4 or 3. But it was a good episode.
This is a herbal cigarette.
Liddy.
This one doesn't have weed in it.
It's great.
Yeah, this one has no weed. Because I need to... I don't know. Sometimes if I smoke too much weed, I get very, like, fog-headed. And, I don't know, it makes my brain feel very foggy. Because, like, think of it, ingesting smoke into your body. Smoke can go also to your brain, like, cause you to be foggy, like, spiritually. So I don't know. Sometimes I just don't want to do that. I'm like, it becomes a lot.
No, I feel that.
I love how this podcast has been very, like, we're going to talk about social media and how it grows. And, like, we've been talking about so many other different topics.
That's what it's about. You never know where it's going to end, you know?
You never know.
Definitely.
No, it's so cool. I mean, we definitely touched on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We touched on the topic.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely was looking forward to just, like, a chill kind of on the time little conversation.
Question.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think an artist can live off in 2023 without social media platforms?
I mean, they can, but they're just making it immeasurably harder for themselves. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I feel like until you get to a certain level, like, where you're like a Playboy Cardi or like a Kendrick Lamar, like, type level, like, you know, if you're trying to be, you know, an artist and have a career out of your music, like, you kind of should be using social media, at least to get to that point, and then, like, you know, do whatever. But now you need that shit. Hell yeah. You know, that's why I be telling people, I'm like, listen, if you're an artist, you need to be posting at least once a day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Twice a day is perfect. But no cap, because we're living in a world where it's like everyone's making content. There's a new song uploaded to Spotify. There's like 1 million new songs a day uploaded to Spotify every fucking day. Those are new people you're competing with every single day. So, like, how do you think you're going to break through the noise? You have to be super consistent, and you have to pump out a lot of content, and it has to be quality content too. You know what I'm saying? And you have to take advantage of all the social media platforms, especially TikTok, YouTube, obviously IG. Like, you need to be on those 3, like, consistently, you know, building your audience and keeping your audience engaged. Because most times when a potential fan, or like when a current fan discovers someone new, it's because whoever they were fucking with initially stopped giving them content. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't keep your fans and supporters, like, entertained and give them things to consume, they're going to go look somewhere else to someone who can give that to them. Because like we said before, there's 2 types of people when it comes to social media. There's consumers and people who post the content that needs to be consumed.
Yeah. I also feel like there's truth behind that, but that adds a lot of pressure to someone. to force themselves to make all this content for people to like them. That's like that type of mindset.
It depends on the objective,
but
though.
no one person can be satisfied by just one artist. People have different artists they listen to all the time. There's playlists of different types of artists that have the same type of vibe, and you know.
No, true, 100%. But the artist that gets the most attention, you know what I'm saying? The artists that get the most attention are the most successful ones. You know what I'm saying?
What about Playboi Carti?
Well, yeah, you have Playboi Carti, but he's amassed so much attention. But, you know, people are always reposting back when he used to post content all the time. Like, people always he had to go through a phase where he was like consistent with his social media to get to a point where he is now, where like he don't really need to be OD like that.
But I understand that.
The problem where a lot of artists have it fucked up is they think they can go from a nobody to a Playboi Carti by acting like how he acts now. And it's like they don't post to social media. They don't take advantage of the resources.
No, I understand.
They just think like, oh, I'm gonna get to that level just by doing what he's doing.
Like,
oh, I got a new song to drop. I'm gonna archive everything on my Instagram page, and then that's it. Like, yeah, some artists do that shit. I'm gonna archive everything except for one post, and then it's gonna make me mysterious, and people are gonna. Motherfuckers don't care, bro. They don't know you. Motherfuckers don't care. Like, artists be out here thinking like motherfuckers like motherfuckers care about them. It's like, bro, like, people don't care. You have to give them a reason to care. Yeah. They're not just gonna care just cause. There's a million people who make music and who are amazing at it. Especially in LA, going to these shows. Facts. Yeah. You see some of the dopest people on stage perform, you would think they lit already. But it's just like, at the end of the day, you know, you just gotta.
There's so much more to the picture.
Yeah, there's so much more to the picture. And like, it is a lot of pressure, but hey, like, if you're trying to be a superstar, that's a lot of pressure. That's a pressureful ass job.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's a pressureful ass job.
The idol.
You know what I'm saying? You got people criticizing, you got people telling you they want you to do this, you got the yes man, you got the people who just on you just because they want to leave. It's a lot of pressure. Then there's the pressure you give yourself, the pressure of people objectifying you and shit. Like, being an artist, it's a lot of pressure.
I want to.
And a lot of work, too.
A lot of fucking work. Not everybody can handle it. No, but we love the shit, so that's why we in the shit.
I think with everything, you have
but
to
we
love
make it look easy.
You have to love it. We make it look easy.
You make it look easy. This shit is not easy, bro. What?
No, yeah, it's not. Even having a podcast is not easy.
Having a podcast is not easy, bro. For real. Like this. And like, they come like so quick, even though we do them every other week. It's just like, oh, damn, another podcast. Like, as soon as we leave here, we're going to talk about, all right, so who's on the next podcast?
I want to dabble a little bit about, just to change the subject a little bit, about how do you manage being consistent with posting your content? Like, how do you set aside, like, to do it? I guess I can start go ahead.
Okay. I feel like now it's so ingrained in my DNA and my day-to-day that I don't really have to go too far out of my way to think about, like, okay, I'm gonna set this time block. So for me, I don't know. We all have the same 24 hours in the day, and it's just taking advantage of those moments where you have free time. You know what I'm saying? If you, let's say, like, you're going to a fucking, where do you go to get your oil change? What's the place called?
Vaseline or
yeah, let's say you're getting your oil change, you're going to Vaseline, you're sitting in the car, they changing your oil, you get like 30 minutes free time. Bet, nigga, what I'm gonna do with that time, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm about to post everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to either edit some content, post, get some captions, post to all the social media platforms, you know what I'm saying, throw some engagement groups in there, like, just taking advantage of all the time that you have, because we all, even though we all may live busy lives, there's still time in the day to, like, get little shit done.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, have a content day, especially if you're a content creator in LA, or if you're just a busy person in general, like, just have a day where you just, like, dedicate hours, like a couple hours to just creating content. So then that way, when you have those little moments of free time, you just got to just post drafted posts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I feel like I was trained the same way to be that way, but I feel like what really helps me when making content is if I'm already doing something for the day, I keep with the momentum. It's a little harder for me if I'm not doing nothing to get the momentum a little bit, but if I'm already doing something, I have the momentum to keep going, and that's how I could be a Duracell battery. If I'm already doing something, I have the energy, and like, it fuels me, kind of like Dragon Ball Z. If you get defeated a little bit, it fuels you and you become stronger the next time. So it's like that for me. If I'm doing something that day, I still end up having the little energy to go throughout to even make content. So if I'm doing something that day, I'm also making content that day too. It's I do go on content days. I'm sometimes I feel like my content for me as an artist is a little bit more individual, because I talk about herbs and like I talk about this by myself. So a lot of my content like is solo content, but I do like to collab with people because collabing is beautiful. So like for me, it's about if I'm already dressed and for the day, it's easier for me to go also make content on top than just to like plan it.
Yeah, too. Like if we're going to like an event or a party.
Yeah, I'm at an event. I did content
like
that day. I did content that day.
And like we dressing up, we get fresh. I'm like, I bet. Like we gonna get dressed and we're gonna bang out a quick 10 TikToks before we fucking dip.
It's like me and Augustine.
We bust out quick 10s. Y'all don't understand. This shit is a job, bro. We'll bust out like quick 10 fucking TikToks,
it's like
bro.
so easy. If you know what you do already, so like, okay, for a person that doesn't know what to do, what do you like? Like I like dressing up too. And like it's not like my main niche. We could talk about niches too, and if we think they're valuable or not too, if we have time. But
we're at the wrap up soon.
there's different ways to go about it. Like if you like to dress up and you have style, you can say what you're wearing, where'd you get it, how much it costs. Boom, a TikTok. You can go each individual shirt. Hey, this shirt was this. That's one TikTok. Hey, these pants are this. That's another TikTok. You can go that deep, or you could just talk about the whole fit. If you like to dance, you obviously could just dance and do a TikTok from that. Like it's just about different things. If you like to cook food, you like to water your plants, you could take a TikTok of you watering your plants with a cute outfit on, or just like it just something. It could be it literally can be anything of any type of content you can do. Like for me, I study herbs. I like to talk about that. If I make a tea, I like to talk about that. I also fan dance. Like, so there's like, if you know exactly what you do, artists, you're in the studio, like you should be making content of you in the studio listening to your song. You should be making content of you with the headphones in singing the song. Like that's like given content for you already. You walking into the studio door, you could put the phone there, walk into the studio, that's like 1 second of it. Then you could do another one of you listening to it, that's another second. Then you have like 2 individual videos. Like it's just, it could be so many different ways to make content. I feel like once you understand that and that perspective on how to do it, it just becomes second nature for you. You don't even have to think about it anymore. So I feel like I'm trained on that level now. It took me a little years, but
gotcha there.
It became more, I feel like it's a little easier being in Los Angeles too, because that like you're around that, and everything is literally really beautiful around here.
It's so easy to make content when you're in a poppin' city where there's shit going on. There's like plenty of like dope buildings and like architecture and graffiti art, so like, there's always places to take pictures or like have moments where you could like make little videos. Like yesterday we had like a day we went out. Where'd we go to that furniture spot?
I went to get herbs that day yesterday.
Yeah. We went to go like run some errands, and like we got hella content out of just running errands.
Yeah, literally.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just like everyday life is content.
Nah, everyday life is content.
It's about balancing it. So I've been talking to my friends. We have this conversation. I have my extreme friends that are like, fuck social media, like, and I have my friends that are like, I use it for a living. Instagram. So like I feel like the balance is definitely, you could do both. You can record a good part. You could just put your phone away and this could be in the moment. You could record a little part, put your phone away, don't look at your, like, it's the discipline of recording it, putting it away, and being in the moment. That's like the easiest way that I feel like I do it. A lot of times people record, then they watch it, then they talk about it, then they read it. Like they do it all there and then, which is beautiful. But that part of getting the content takes you away from being present. But if you're just recording it and then putting it away and then enjoying it, when you go home, Anu does this a lot. After the day's over, he'll sit in bed and he'll just watch all the content before he falls asleep, and then he'll just fall asleep. And like, but it's okay because he's not taking the time of doing that right now when he should be in the moment. So my advice and what I like to do is, again, I record it, then I put it away, and then I'm in the moment. So I feel like that really helps with balancing.
That's dope.
That just came out. That just came through midair.
Fire.
Because I do that, but I didn't realize I do that until right now.
Nah, real shit. Sometimes you don't realize shit till you explain.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm very hyped we got this little squeeze this little podcast in. For real, I'm happy that Daliana got to come down. Beautiful surprise.
Thank you.
Do you have any closing words before we wrap up the pod? Any last things you want to tell the people? Anything you're working on that you want to announce aside from the single, or talk about the single again?
Yes. Well, thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching and listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
It's been a great evening, right?
Yeah.
It's been cool, and we about to go watch the Barbie movie.
Right?
Stop
Barbie
playing.
movie.
Stop
Watch it.
playing.
I'm
Today was
ready.
lit. Today was lit.
I'm ready for that,
Yeah.
and that movie has great music, so I'm excited to
Does it?
see what's the placement
Okay.
of those songs. But mi gente, la canción Hipnotiza va a estar pronto afuera. Espero que la escuchen, espero que les guste, se la dediquen a su persona favorita y la escuchen. Y que si les gusta tanto como me gusta a mí, la pongan en repeat. And yeah, just want to say that Hipnotiza is coming soon, probably next month.
Let's get it.
I'm ready for that song. I love that song. I hope you guys love that song as much as I do. And you know, bump it at the party, in your car, in your crib, and dedicate that song to your loved ones.
Hey.
To your loved one. I hope you're like loyal to that person, to the loved one.
With the song they dedicated. Cute.
Yeah. But thank you so much. Go stream
welcome.
Anu's song.
Ooh, do that.
It's a brand new day.
It's a brand new day.
It's out, so yeah.
Man, out now, doing really good. Shout out Honeymoon for the animation for that. I had made the cover art off this picture that I took of Divinity, that I reused the cover art for like multiple. So I have a double-sided single on SoundCloud and YouTube called Hope I Go to Heaven and / Down to the River. I used the photo for that. And then I took your eyes from the photo and I made a different cover art for the song that's out now. It's a brand new day. And Honeymoon animated it. It's dope.
Honeymoon is amazing. Shout out
So
Honeymoon.
check it out. It's out everywhere. It's a brand new day. It's a really good song. We pouring more love into the world and into the universe this year. And I'm very excited for I Love You Too. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't checked out I Love You, make sure you check out I Love You. I Love You Too, dropping soon.
You have an estimate yet of when you want to drop it?
They just gotta stay tuned, man.
Damn.
Stay
They just gotta stay
tuned.
tuned. Like, just take notes and just enjoy the music. That's this beautiful appetizer that I'm giving you. You know what I'm saying? So I Love You Too, dropping soon.
Love that.
Any last words?
Oh yeah, so Healing with Divinity is gonna be. It's still open. I didn't close my website because I wanted people to still enjoy my products. But I'm gonna relaunch with bigger products, better products that I enhanced from before. Because Healing with Divinity Part 1 was more of like me putting my grounding in, and then the Part 2, which is coming now, is just more of an enhancement to what I have. So it's like a change of herbal pre-rolls, a change of yoni steams, a change of herbal baths with now bath salts in it, and yeah, tinctures, a lot more tinctures for anxiety, and tinctures with sea moss is what I'm looking to do, and a tincture that increases cognition too, so we want to do that as well. But yeah, stay tuned. Thank you so much. Shout out Mix Recording Studios
Shout out Mix Recording
for
Studios.
having us.
Silk Talk Podcast episode.
Hey.
We love you guys.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so much.
much.
We are gonna see you on episode 9. New episode of Anu and Friends dropping next Friday. Yes, I said it. We got Brother Polite. We got King Los. We got Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son. Ooh. And that's all I'm saying, man. You got to stay tuned for that. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, Zersky. Oh, shit.
That's a wrap.